Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. Yes, I am out of the pool. I'm streaming a little bit later this morning than my usual time. Obviously, the market already open, but you know what? There's a lot to talk about, so I want to do another morning stream for you guys while I have some free time while I'm on vacation. Today, let's talk about U.S. markets, of course, Bitcoin, inflation. There's a lot to digest from yesterday, and let's talk about Celsius, unfortunately. Celsius declared bankruptcy. Let's talk about Polygon and several other things. So let's get started. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell. Get notified all my streams and videos, no matter whenever I put them out. So make sure you hit that notification bell. Hit that subscribe button. Follow me on social media. Check out CryptosRUs.com. And make sure you follow the brand new Clips channel. Welcome, guys. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am streaming outside, so maybe a little loud. Also, I'm looking at the live chat here on my phone, so you're going to have to give me a little time to look at things. But let's get started. Hopefully, you guys are doing okay this morning. Taking a look, Bitcoin is at 19.8 right now, a little bit lower than last night when I was streaming. It was above 20,000, and that was fantastic. You know, looking at what happened yesterday, despite getting some of the most horrific inflation CPI data, you know, Bitcoin pumped right back up to 20,000, and I made this argument because holders are still holding strong, but there's more and more people coming into the space, right? And today, look at it. Today is absolutely dismal again for U.S. markets. Dow is down 500 points right now. NASDAQ is down almost 2%, right? S&P. It is a lot of fear right now. A lot of fear right now. Yesterday, I speculated, hopefully, there's no talks about 100 basis point rate hike. That should be not even considered. But guess what? Now I'm starting to hear that maybe the Fed and the committee members are thinking about 100 basis point raise this July. In a couple of weeks, they're going to get together and talk about how much they should raise the rates. And now there's talks about maybe just going straight to 100 basis points, which would be absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. But anyways, you know what? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Janet Yellen, not that she could do anything, but she warns inflation in the U.S. is unacceptably high. I think everyone knew that already. So thank you, Janet Yellen, for stating the obvious. We know it's unacceptably high. Everyone is worried about this, right? But yeah, this is a situation we're in, placing the trust into our government, into our Fed, right? And unfortunately, this is where we are right now. This morning, we also got some data, wholesale prices. Unfortunately, it jumped. Every single measurable data about inflation and prices and price of goods and everything really is pointing upwards. Now, the silver lining to this is that this is all measuring June, and we knew June was going to be high. We just didn't know it would go be this high. The silver lining is we are now in July. Things may have gotten better. We just don't know yet. At least the data doesn't show. So next month, when we look at CPI number for July, maybe we get a drastic turnaround. That's the silver lining. Because we know that, say, for example, gasoline prices have come down, right? So there you go. That's something that we can look forward to. But that's all short term. Long term, really no answer other than maybe the rate hikes slow down the economy so much. Yeah, inflation goes down, but then we have deflation, and the biggest worry is that deflation leads to depression. Hopefully that doesn't happen. This morning I saw someone mention it, so I looked it up. The euro, which recently fell to parity with the USD, is now below the USD. I don't even really know the implications of this. I do know that if you're holding on euros, right, your ability to purchase things have gone down drastically within just a matter of few months. I still remember the euro being at like 125, 120, just a few months ago. That's below $1. So your buying power has decreased by like 20% against the USD, right? So that obviously isn't good. So inflation is even a big worry in Europe right now. And plus, the war zone is a bigger worry for Europe. And the gas pipeline not turning up is a big worry for Europe, right? So there's a lot of things that's happening in Europe that's even worse than the US. That is why the euro is now below. Yeah, yeah, not good, not good out. I see some people saying, yeah. My sound, of course, I'm filming from my laptop, so sound is not gonna be as good as my in studio. Um, yeah, so unfortunately, sorry about that, but I am filming in front of my laptop outside, outside in the balcony here. There's not too much to look at in this balcony, but you know, it is what it is. All right, what else? Well, Euro not looking good. You know who else not looking good? JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley banks, big banks. The share slide because they've missed out. JP Morgan specifically. They kind of tanked. Their profits and earnings tanked. So, I mean, not that I can shed any tears over the big banks tanking, right? We are trying to get rid of the big banks. We're trying to get rid of banks altogether with Bitcoin. We're trying to get rid of the Fed and fiat altogether with Bitcoin. It's an ambitious goal, may not come anytime soon or ever, really, but it does show you that the strong headwinds, the economic headwinds I've been talking about, right, is very serious. It's hitting everyone, every niche, every market, right? So I did see that this morning. Um, yeah. Hey, you know what else I saw this morning? Twitter is down. I don't know if it came back up, but I was checking it and it says it's down. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe they got hacked. Maybe they were so disgruntled after Elon pulled out his bid. I don't know why it's down. But yeah, it's okay because I'm never on Twitter, so that's okay. But it sucks because I get some of my news from it. Maybe it has come up. Let me see. All right. So that's market news for this morning. Obviously, not looking any better than yesterday or last week or the week before. In fact, the market is selling off a little bit more. But what's encouraging is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still holding. Yesterday, it looked bad after inflation numbers came out. Bitcoin fell down to 18,900, right? Came right back up. Right now, we're kind of straddling this trend line right here, holding at 19.7. There are so many that's still turning to Bitcoin. So that is very encouraging and positive. So let's get to some of the crypto news. This came out yesterday. I did not cover it while I was in the pool. So, but this is big news. Came out last night. Celsius officially files for bankruptcy. I even received the email. I saw this tweeted. I saw this make headline news, right? Even though Celsius have been paying back a lot of their loans and getting a lot of the collateral back, like hundreds of millions, right? It looks like it's not enough. They are filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and they are letting all the state regulators know about this. They're saying individual state regulators that they are filing bankruptcy, right? But that just doesn't mean that okay, all is good for Celsius or all is lost for users. Hopefully, that's not the case. This is the right decision for our community and company, Alex says. I'm confident that when we look back at the history of Celsius, we will see this as a defining moment where acting with resolve and confidence served the community and strengthened the future of the company. He's talking like Celsius is going to survive. And he's talking like this bankruptcy filing is good for Celsius and good for the community and good for the future of the company. So he's talking like there is a future. Really? Really? So with the bankruptcy filing, he just go think that all creditors are just gonna go away. They're not gonna want to collect any of their due crypto or money, and then Celsius can just start over from scratch. That's what it sounds like. I don't think that's how it's going to be. Um, yeah, I don't get that at all. I don't get it. Voyager obviously filed for bankruptcy, but like I said, the states are not just going to drop this. So it looks like the Texas State Security Board said that unfortunately this was expected, it was anticipated. It does not, however, stop our investigations. We will continue to investigate the company and work to protect its clients, even through its insolvency. That's actually a really good thing, right? So states are not just dropping just because they're declaring bankruptcy. And it shows right here that the company has more than 100,000 creditors. I don't know. That's a lot, right? But that does include customers, so it kind of makes sense. There's a lot of people that used Celsius in the past, but among the 100,000, also a lot of leading counterparties, right? And there's a lot of still a lot of claims. There's a Cayman Island based fund that's claiming 81 million. Even Sam Bankman-Fried, Alameda Research is claiming 12 million, and this all adds up, right? So there's definitely a lot being claimed that they can't pay out, despite the fact that they paid off a lot of their loans recently. But yeah, it does seem like I don't know. It seems like they're pretty much done, right? But unfortunately, I don't know. Alex is indicating or leading people on that it's not. I don't know. Maybe they do pull out something. I mean, even Simon Dixon, I think, recently said that Celsius he got some $6 billion bailout plan from investors if Alex wanted to share, his books, but he didn't, so they pulled out. I don't really know what's going on. So unfortunately, um, doesn't look good for Celsius right now. Doesn't look good at all. What else is there? Let's see. Well, in terms of Bitcoin, you guys know I'm always bullish on Bitcoin, right? Right now, especially with everything that's going on, debasing of currencies, with super high inflation, with the growth still going up, metrics still going up. Here's a good one. Here's a pi cycle indicator that measures Bitcoin usually when it comes down, and it comes down quite hard sometimes, right? Is pi cycle bottom is indicating that Bitcoin has seen a bottom, which is why it may be so strong right now between this 19,000 and 20,000 mark. We've been hovering here for a little bit, and even though the U.S. markets are crashing, like right now, Bitcoin is still holding on. So one of those leading indicators that show that Bitcoin is maybe about to turn around. So that's very encouraging. What else is there? There's a couple of good news with altcoins. I saw this Disney. Disney has an accelerator program, and they had just announced 5 or 6 participants. Yes. And guess who is one of them? Polygon. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. So Disney, obviously, like every other brand, wants to get into the metaverse. They already said they're going to create metaverses within their theme parks around the world, and it'll be unlike any other out there because no one else has theme parks like Disney, right? So they want to get into metaverses, and of course, they're going to get into NFTs. For sure, they're going to want to get into NFTs, right? What better project to partner up with than Polygon? Polygon has NFTs out the wazoo. They have a million NFT marketplace from a lot of major brands, right? So this makes sense. This is the reason why Polygon shot up like 20% yesterday because it's big partnership with Walt Disney. So I think this is pretty good. Pretty good for Polygon. So encouraging that they are still moving forward, and many crypto projects still moving forward, and that's fantastic. What else is there? Speaking of NFTs, GameStop. GameStop's NFT sale dwarfs Coinbase NFT. This is really shocking. Really shocking. A 2-day old platform moved over 3,000 ETH within 2 days. And despite everything going on, still you got a lot of GameStop guys FOMOing into NFTs. I'm not even quite sure what NFTs they're selling. To be honest, I have not checked it out, but it's surprising and kind of shows you that Coinbase's NFT entry just really was abysmal and dismal, I should say. Not, I don't know why keep saying dismal. But yeah, it shows that Coinbase entity, it's just their marketplace is not doing anything. So it might be a complete failure, but of course, still nothing compared to the big dog OpenSea, which gets like 3,000 ETH volume like in a minute, right? So, and then lastly, for those of you guys that are BNB fans, BNB went through their 20th burn, and they do quarterly burns every quarter based on Binance's profits. So this time they burned almost 2 billion BNB, equivalent about $444 million with USD, just removed. Right? They go keep doing this until the supply decreases by half. So pretty significant, especially now with low volume and low trades. Is pretty significant. All right, guys, that is pretty much it. And I just want to do a quick update, stream with you guys. Streaming CNBC, markets are still ugly, very, very ugly indeed, right? So let's do some Q&A. Q&A. Hopefully my sound has gotten a little better. People complaining about my sound, but I am on site. So let's see. Bill Murray's first NFT drop is on Coinbase tomorrow. Does anyone want a Bill Murray NFT? Let's see what I missed here. I'm looking through the comments. I'll just go through this real quick. I'm thinking Alex is looking to come out of this very strong financially, maybe for himself. I don't know. Um, let's see. What's your opinion on Chainlink? Does it have a future? Most definitely, I think so. In terms of oracles, they're still the only really big player in the game. So yes, they are going to survive for sure. George is missing his free continental breakfast. No, I'm in an all inclusive resort, so I could get my breakfast anytime. But thank you for your concern here. Um, my life savings stolen by Alex. It really sucks because I haven't. I was just talking to a member yesterday in my Patreon group, and he was telling me that he doesn't know how to start over because he has basically all of his funds in Celsius and Voyager both locked up, right? And it's just horrible. It's horrible. So this is one of those cases where being early and having some of these early projects succeed the way they did cost a lot of people money, right? Just with all the risks, all the loaning back and forth behind the scenes, especially to companies like Three Arrows Capital, which was also very risky with how they handled their funds. I mean, now you're starting to see the connection one to another to another to another, and all this crash down like domino effect. So it does really suck. But just like I told him, and I'm telling you guys, if you go start over, just do it one day at a time. You know, there are some things worth starting over. Actually, I would say in most things, with most things in life, it's worth starting over. You use it as a life experience, and sometimes very, very harsh life experiences. But when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto, I just don't feel like it's something that anyone should give up on. And if they do, 10 years later down the road, they're going to regret it even more. So I just told them, hey, stay strong, take it one day at a time, and make sure going forward you safeguard your own crypto. right? Let's see. I got an FTX fortune cookie. Yeah, every fortune cookie I've been getting on the back says FTX. I don't know why FTX took over the fortune cookie industry, but on the back of every single fortune cookie recently says FTX. I don't know when that started, but it did. Could Coinbase be liquidated like Three Arrows Capital? Sure, it it's a possibility. Is it likely? No. Coinbase is one of those huge exchanges that I think it's very unlikely to go down, but you never know. That's why I just released a video yesterday about safeguarding your own crypto and utilizing some of the wallets that are out there, right? So if you didn't watch it, that's why I re-released that video. I actually created that video back in November, during the peak last year. Like you guys got to safeguard your own crypto, right? So go watch that video from yesterday if you haven't. All right, someone asked about Hedera. Recently, I have not heard of anything new with Hedera. So I think they're promising. A lot of people seem to like them. They got a lot of big corporate players as council members. Maybe not as decentralized as some of the other projects out there, but they're moving forward with development and continuing forward. Red Rubles, I appreciate it, man. Thoughts on Flare Network? Did they even do their drop? That drop's been talked about for like 2 years. Um, Robert, Georgia's in Mexico, I think. The grass-covered buildings have it away. Yes, I am in Mexico. I'm in Cancun, Mexico. That's where I am for about a week. Um, is BitTrue safe? I'm not actually quite sure. Is there any chance that FTM will reach $2 again? Stop it with your asterisks and please help. Okay, I see it. Yes, there is a chance, but you have to wait a while. You have to be patient and wait for the market to come back up. Uh, I have everything at FTX. Should I buy a ledger? Yes, you should. Right now, doesn't matter what exchange. You should be careful with your own funds. You should safeguard it. Is BlockFi safe? Well, right now they have not stopped withdrawals. They're the only lending company at the no one of the two, them and Nexo, have not stopped withdrawals, right? So they already have a deal in place with FTX, which I don't know if that's go actually go through, but they do seem like they're doing much better than the others right now. Do the review of the Arculus wallet. I used it myself. I got a sample one from Bitcoin 2022. Started using it. The only thing with Arculus is people argue that it's not a true cold wallet, and it isn't. It's just adding another form. It's a mobile wallet, but it's just adding another form of authentication. So rather than two-factor, it's a three-factor. So you could access it using biometrics or like a PIN or whatever. It gives you a private key, which is great, non-custodial. But the only thing is, if you want to send it out, you need to put like this metal card against your phone using NFC to connection, right? So it's kind of like a ledger where if you need to send something out, you need to enter a PIN code. But in this case, you're using a metal card, right? But it isn't a cold wallet because you're installing that wallet onto your phone. So some people argue it's still not as good as a cold wallet, which is true, but it's a pretty good in-between wallet. KuCoin is next to go, very likely. I don't know if they're next to go, but yeah, I would say KuCoin. I mean, they've been around for a while, but still, I don't think they're gonna go under. And I say think because right now I don't know. Who knows who had exposure to Terra, who had exposure to Three Arrows Capital, right? So again, doesn't matter what exchange. They could be the biggest ones out there, like FTX, Binance, Coinbase, KuCoin, right? They could be the biggest ones, but just be careful with your own funds. Safeguard if you can. If you haven't downloaded like a mobile wallet or gotten a hardware wallet, you know, do so. Learn them. Safeguard your own crypto. Gemini has been very quiet. Yes, Gemini has been very quiet. Chad, I'm not going to go outside the resort's designated beach area, so thanks for a warning, but I'm not going to. Um, does all inclusive include guacamole? I'm pretty sure it does because I had plenty of guacamole yesterday. Um, don't hate on KuCoin. They've been solid. A lot of things have been solid, man. Okay, it doesn't mean anything. Trust me, I am a big fan of KuCoin. I've recommended KuCoin for many, many years. So I'm not trying to hate it, but how could you ignore what's going on right now? If you're 100%, if you have 100% of your crypto on KuCoin and they do stop withdrawals, then you have no one to blame but yourself. So don't be 100% bullish and think that all these centralized exchanges are 100% safe. All right. So just don't be like that. All right, guys, I'll let you guys go. My my breakfast is waiting for me. So stay strong, my friends. Like I've been saying, a lot of headwinds right now, right? We're seeing it. The euro is basically collapsing. Big banks starting to feel the hurt, right? We got a lot of inflation stuff going on right now. A lot of stuff. So people are still speculating what's going to happen later this year, right? And unfortunately, with some of the crypto downfalls, right? They're not getting any better, like Celsius and Voyager. There's just a lot of stuff going on. But this is definitely time to stay strong, my friends. Stay strong, be patient, focus on the future. Look at what's happening, right? And realize that Bitcoin is the answer and why so many people are turning to Bitcoin. But it's not just Bitcoin. There's still a lot of other projects that's moving forward. There's many, many projects moving forward. All right, guys. I will see you guys later. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and have a good day. All right? Take care. Bye.